Page 157, Baby Sloth. I say goodbye to the penguins and continue on my way. So much has simply vanished. Walls, fences, barriers, nettings. The, the orderly world of the park, with its careful lines defining territory, isn't defined anymore. Many of the habitats are still entirely intact, but not all. What will this place be without fences and walls? You don't need to watch the Nature Channel to know that certain animals like to eat certain animals. I pass two squirrel monkeys swinging happily from the children's carousel. A pelican watches her perch on from her perch on a popcorn stand. I see camel and zebras together, looking stunned to be standing side by side together. I notice a red lemur Merlin on a picnic table. Lemur eyes are always big, if you ask me, but Merlin's eyes look like they're about to pop right out of his head. I make my way through splintered wood and glass shards and approach the gift shop. It's roofless. Stuffed toys are scattered here and there like they've tried to make a break for it. And I love Koala's t-shirt, Dango from the tree branch. Around a corner I see a baby sloth, Sylvia. I think I think her name is. She's resting on a muddy plush giraffe. Hey there, I say. She makes a tiny noise. A sloth sob, I guess. Let's find your mom and dad. I'm not one for hugging and licking and such, but I gave her a little nudge with my nose. Sylvia somehow managed to grab the giraffe, then looks up at me like she expected to hitch a ride. How the heck do you pick up a baby sloth? It's not exactly part of my job description. And sloths are so, slothy. Carefully, I pick her up by the scruff of her, which is by her neck, the way you do with a puppy. She puts that silly toy in her mouth, and off we go. Take a few minutes, but I find her mom, Selma. I deposit Sylvia on a patch of wet grass. How can I thank you? Selma cries. No biggie, I say. I head on with fear in my belly and the odd taste of sloth fur in my mouth. Make no sudden moves. I've ridden around I've ridden around the grounds of Parks and Julia's backpack enough to know every inch of the place. I've even chatted with many of the residents, but now everything is topsy-turvy. I keep finding myself in places I don't want to be, like the wolf exhibit. Near the entrance, a sign lies crushed on the ground. It has a picture of a gray wolf and an arrow pointing one way, and another arrow with a emperor penguin on it. To my right, I see a piece of hay stuck deep in a tree trunk like a pencil in a cupcake. To my left, water gushes from a pathside ditch, a broken pipe. The boiling sky has settled into a solid blanket of gray. The rain's quieted to a steady drizzle. Still, I smell more bad weather menacing in the distance. Tossed into a bush is a large informational display with a photo of two gray wolves. I don't see any fence or barriers to enact a wall, and it dawns on me that grumpy wolves and tiny dogs might not make the best of pals, especially under these circumstances. Just as I start to leave, a wolf on the sign seems to move, to blink. Oh, he isn't part of the sign. He's next to the sign. It's Kimu. Hey, I say. No answer. Something tells me I should hightail out of here. Something else is saying, make no sudden moves. I hate when my brain disagrees with itself. I split the difference, crouching meekly, doing whole doing the whole submissive dog thing. Kimmy locks his gaze on me. I'm not to make direct contact. A lot of animals find that threatening, but his eyes are mesmerizing, glowing amber, and way too smart. He moves again. Two paws appear. Big paws, nothing like my feeble, shrimpy feet. These paws are the size of hamburger buns. Hamburger buns with lethal claws attached. Mutt vs. Wolf. I wait for him to launch into a pounce. Maybe if my time, maybe if I time my escape just right. Yeah, sure. In a battle of Chihuahua mutt versus wolf, even I wouldn't bet on the dog. Do they break your neck before they eat you? That only seems fair. My heart's doing this crazy tap dance in my chest, and I wonder if he can hear it. I sneak a peek at him. Strangely, he keeps staring at me. Quickly, I avert my gaze. Those eyes, those chilling eyes. It's me, Bob, I say. Kimu says nothing. He's panting hard. Maybe he's disoriented or even hurt. I try to speak again. My voice seems to be hiding something, uh, hiding somewhere deep in my throat. Another try. Kimu, he blinks. Are you all right? No response. Anyone hurt? Else hurt? I ask. This time he seems to hear me. I don't know. His voice is low whisper. Can I help? I ask, really hoping the answer is no. Suzu, I can't find her. All right then, I say. I'll take a look. I poke around a bit, careful not to get too close to Kimu. A sour smell pours off him like sweat of a human. I don't I don't see her, I say after a few minutes, but I'm sure she's fine. She's just a little shook up, probably hiding somewhere. He doesn't answer. I should go. I'm looking for some friends, I say. Is there anything else I can do? He looks up at the sky as if there's an answer waiting there. I don't know, he says. I don't know. I don't know. Gorilla World. I move on. I have to find my friends. Have to. But where am I? I leap over another mangled signpost with bent arrows. One way to Reptileville, the other way to Lionland. A massive mangrove swamp. A matinee pokes her big head, draped with Spanish moss like a silly wig. Two workers in yellow raincoats trot past me. One has a bloody bandage on his neck. I need to stop, regroup. Cool it, Bob, I tell myself. I'm panicking, not taking the right data. I try to blow out all the horrible smells of all the awful noises. I concentrate, let my nose do the real work. A whiff of something familiar. Gorilla. It has to be gorilla. Fun or full run now. I cut back left I cut my back left paw on a shard of glass. Trip, fall hard on my nose, and cut it, too. Dripping blood, I carry on. Find them, find them, find them. A massive old oak lies its side on the entrance of Gorilla World. Huge tangled roots group, grope into the air like frozen snakes. And just beyond where Ivan lives is nothing but devastation. Help us. The stone wall separating Gorilla World and Elephant Odyssey is gone. Pieces of both domain mingle. An elephant toy here, a gorilla nest there. Part of the indoor gorilla space has crumbled to the ground. I scan the area where Ruby and her herd like to hang, and nothing, no gorillas either. Out of nowhere, the rain picks back up, coming down, blinding me. The wind howls like a hurt dog. The storm isn't over. Not by a long shot. I leap over a pile of cement blocks to catch my hurt foot on something sharp. Yelp, keep going. Ivan, I call. Ruby, nothing. I get a slight rise, leap into the another overturned tree and try to make sense of the damage. Red and blue lights cut through the rain. Police, fire engines, good. We need all the help we can get. It takes us several lungfuls of this hideous air. It's too wet, full of conflicting odors, a mishmash of scents I can't decipher, especially with my busted nose. The wind gathers speed, pushing at me with incredible force. Feels like I'll tear my ears right off my sore noggin. I can barely stand upright. Wind like that, storm wind, doesn't carry scent. It obliterates it.